Hello, my beautiful sisters and brothers. Yes, that includes you. I am going on a personal journey, one of many. My body has all these kinks and these tight areas and these weird sensations. And I guess they fall into the category of chronic because I can't really tell what they're from, and it's something that sort of comes and goes throughout my life. A lot of it in my back, my shoulders, lower back, middle back, neck, hips. These are also typical areas that other people have. These sensations, these annoying sensations that the doctors can't seem to really figure out. It's nothing bad enough to have surgery, but yet a lot of us are still suffering from this chronic pain. So I'm on a little personal journey, and I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes. You might be watching me doing some weird gyrations right now. I'm not quite sure exactly what imagery I'm gonna put up. I've been messing around with my body and making all these strange movements to try to figure out where that little kink is and what it is that's gonna release it. So I've taken a lot of time just sort of moving my body, always trying to think about it being fluid and gentle at first. Now, once I've tested these certain ranges of motion, and I've discovered, you know what, that's something where I want to push a little bit further into, then I will. But I want you guys to stay away from pushing yourself. Even if you see me doing something absurd and crazy that looks like it might be fun, I want you to avoid doing that, because what this is about is more about listening to your particular body. So I'm just showing you images of me to see what I've come up with, not from learning from anybody else, but from just feeling my body and seeing what movements feel good. And so maybe I'll show you imagery of me doing more gentle things. Maybe you could just be sitting down in a chair and just sort of move one arm. If your tightness or your pain is in your shoulder, maybe you want to experiment with moving that range of motion with that entire arm and just play with that for days and days and days. Many times just movement will loosen the tightness in our body. When we try to find the perfect position to sit in or the perfect position to do everything in, any position that we hold long enough is going to start giving us some pain. So I'm really into this idea of slightly moving a little bit, no matter what you're doing. For example, if I'm sitting in the car, what I do is I slowly tip my pelvis forward and back and to the side, slowly, just a little bit. So maybe I'll drive with my pelvis forward for a little bit, and I'll drive with my pelvis back a little bit, so I'm not sitting in the same position for a really long time. This takes away a lot of my pain. But I've got a long journey. I've got a lot more things that I want to work out, a lot more kinks that I want to get out. I feel like I'm about to have this amazing release in my middle back. So that's what I'm working on right now. So the movements that I'm doing are trying to explore those ranges of motion and trying to figure out how to loosen those areas and follow the good pain, follow the good feeling. There's pain that's bad, and there's pain that's like, ooh, yeah, that kind of is achy, but it feels right. So we need to be very present with our bodies to notice the difference between the bad pain and the sort of achy good pain of moving into a wider range of motion. Oh my gosh, it's almost like if you've ever had a broken leg and you take the cast off and you can finally move your foot around. It's just this feeling that, oh wow, this is my full range of motion, and I haven't even been expressing it for, who knows, maybe decades. So I feel like parts of my back have not been loose since I was a very little child. I did all sorts of sports and didn't stretch very much, didn't pay attention to my body. My sights were set on winning or accomplishing something great, and I wasn't paying attention to the body, and we have to pay attention to the body because it's what allows us to do anything great. So we're just gonna be here with our body a lot, just listening, moving, noticing how it feels, and then you'll come up with your own awesome dance or awesome yoga moves that are perfect for you. Have you found that you can't find the right yoga pose that really gets that kink out? Well, maybe you need to come up with your own unique yoga pose. And the only way to do that is to be present with your body. Take a lot of time to just sit and do nothing but just sort of explore your body, maybe massage it a little bit, move in different ranges of motion. Then when you start to feel things that you like, then you can maybe repeat those. But always do it with extreme gentleness at first. So I don't know what this type of exercise is called. I want you to forget this even having a name or anything like that. Anytime you get confused about what you're supposed to do for your body, stop and do nothing. As long as our mind is doing nothing, the body starts to calibrate itself. The body starts to notice itself. When we don't have excess thinking, there's more conscious space to notice the body. so that the body and mind can work together as a team to get us to our most optimal conditions. Stay present with that body, my beautiful sisters and brothers. Yeah, that includes you too. Until the next present moment.